Hi guys, AFL here, and today we're going to be doing a round 15 review video. So, I obviously scored really well 2017 in the top 1% and rose heaps in the rankings to 7,354. But today we are going to be doing a bit of a different video, um, and obviously I'll be going over the normal things like reviewing each player and doing my trades, but I'm actually going to be doing my tipping in the same video because, as you might know, I actually missed out on my tipping last week because I was pressed for time. So yeah, it's just easier to fit it into this video. But let's just quickly get into the team and review each player pretty quickly. So Lloyd, 143, really good, really glad I got him. Ridley, 136, definitely bounced back from some mediocre weeks. Chris, 134, definitely really glad with that score. He's definitely been a pretty good pod for me. And then Doherty, 126. Really good to see him getting back to his best at the end of the season. But I think he has some really high ownership, so I don't think it's really that important. But Williams, on the other hand, a bit of a pod which has definitely gone wrong. 66, really bad score. But yeah. And actually, I've just realised I probably need to reverse my changes here. I'll show you my trades in a little bit. But yeah, anyway, let's get on with reviewing the players. So what I did here on the bench, I actually got Rivers' score instead of Scholl's using the emergency loophole. So if you want to know how that works, definitely comment down below and I'll do a video on it. Probably sometime in the week, I'm not really sure. But yeah, definitely comment. And then in the midfield, Neil didn't look his best, but still managed 113, which is alright. Oliver, 130, definitely really good from him. Same with Mitchell, very good. And then Fife, definitely dominated Richmond in the midfield. I'm not sure of the exact stats, but Richmond were definitely very poor in clearances and contested possessions, allowing him to get a few. And then Cripps hasn't looked his best all year, which is pretty concerning, and only scored 95, so that's very disappointing. Same sort of situation with Cornelio, but yeah, unfortunately that was probably a bad pick on my part. And then Bytel had the bye. I actually used him the captaincy loophole with Gorn, which is why I've got the captain on him if you're wondering. And then down 19, obviously like a horrible score. I don't know his exact stats, but yeah, just didn't really go near the ball all night. And yeah, just it doesn't really matter though because I only brought him in just because he was cheap. But anyway, McRae obviously had the bye. Same with Close, and Lyons was also brought in just because he was cheap. And then Gorn, 150. I'm so glad that I got him back in and got the captain on him. Grundy isn't looking his best, but 104 is still pretty good. Draper only scored 64, but definitely if you can afford to keep him, do, because he will earn a little bit more cash. Obviously that you need to get Gorn in ASAP if you want to trade him out for Gorn, but otherwise I would definitely try to keep him because I said he is going up in cash. So Whitfield, 83, really not a great score, but honestly not too bad. Petrarca gets 53, which is really disappointing. Pretty much same situation with Martin, but one more point. Riccardi, 68. It's disappointing by the standards that he's set so far, but honestly for a rookie it's pretty good. And then Mosquito did really well with 76. Obviously Sturt didn't play, and Smith and Simpkin had a bye. So anyway, let's get on to my trades. And also don't click off the video now because remember we actually do have our tips coming at the end of the video as well. So for my trades, some of you might be surprised, but I'm actually not going to get a team full of premiums this year just because I don't actually have enough cash. So that's definitely really unfortunate, but my solution isn't too bad. So what we're going to do is actually trade out Draper and obviously a few other rookies who earned us a bit of cash so that we do have enough money to get in a player that I have been looking at, Jack Steele. Definitely a really good option. I'd definitely recommend him to pretty much everyone, unless you are like me, tight for cash and you're looking to get in like a few mid prices just so that you can finish your team. But yeah, I just think it's more worth it to get a proper premium than doing all of that. But anyway, we'll just get in some cheap players so that we can finish off. And that is actually my final team. Alright, so while that loads, we're actually going to get into our tips for this week. So on my tipping videos, what I usually do is go through them really quickly, which is what I'm going to do now. And what you can do is comment down below, and I'll definitely reply with some detailed responses of any game that you want me to review. So I think Port Adelaide, sorry, not review, preview. But so Port Adelaide will definitely win against North Melbourne. St Kilda will win against Hawthorn. Well, I really think that Geelong will probably win over Essendon, but for some reason in my tipping competitions I've actually tipped Essendon to win. Probably not a great idea, but yeah, whatever, Essendon. So West Coast will definitely beat Bulldogs. Melbourne will probably beat Fremantle, and then GWS will beat Adelaide, and Carlton will beat Sydney. And is there another game? Yeah, there is another game, and Brisbane will beat Gold Coast. So anyway, those are my tips, but what I'm going to do is just finish off my team, sub on some players, show you some emergency loopholes and some captaincy loopholes for the end of the video. So we'll just wait for the trades to load. Yeah. So obviously Stewart needs to come back onto the field. And I mean, technically we could do an emergency loophole here, but Scholl's probably not going to score better than any of these guys. But yeah, when's Scholl playing? Yeah, I don't think it's really worth it to emergency loophole him. But I'll keep him on emergency anyway, just in case. McRae definitely needs to be subbed on. Vitel and Steele for Dow. And then Smith in for Dusty, who's having the bye. This is pretty pointless, but I'll put Conroy in for Grundy, and then Simpkin in for Sturt. So I don't think we actually can do any. I'll just put Sturt on emergency, but yeah, there aren't really going to be any emergency loopholes for this week. But so the captaincy loophole though, just want to go with Gawn again because I just think he's very reliable and can score really big, and that is probably the reason I got him in earlier, just because he is a really good captaincy option. So I'll VC him, and then I will captain Neil. So if you don't know how this captaincy loophole works, definitely watch my video on that. But anyway, that is the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.